Hi everyone, my name is Joel Flores and I'm the fourth batch graduate of the Sisters of Mary in Silang, Cavite, Philippines. And I finished business administration major in accountancy and I'm currently working as purchasing manager for Procter & Gamble Asia. Before the Sisters of Mary, my family was, I came from a poor family. I'm the sixth of 7 children and basically it was a difficult life. My parents were both fruit vendors in the province, and they basically sent us to school in public schools, and all my siblings were not able to finish schooling because we don't have enough money, and we basically have enough food for the day. So my life in the Sisters of Mary is totally amazing. As a poor kid, it's such a delight to see a lot of food on the table. Morning till lunch and till supper, you have a lot of food. And during celebration, there are huge cakes, ice creams that I haven't seen before when I was in the province. It was amazing for a little kid like me at that time. And the experience with Father Al is a blessing that I didn't expect to have in my life. When I was in the province before the Sisters of Mary, my parents didn't really encourage us to go to the church. I mean, they were not as religious as the typical Filipino family. So I didn't grew up in a family going to the church every Sunday because my family broke up early when I was still young. So being in the Sisters of Mary, the experience with Father Al is a blessing. I get to see, I get to hear his teachings, how he teach the kids of the values of love, humility, and being grateful for everything that we receive, because Father Al taught us that everything that's on our table is from the benefactor, the donor. So we need to be grateful for what we receive every day. Okay, so after the Sisters of Mary, I worked as an employee in Toyota Motor Philippines. I used to do manual labor. I assemble engines for cars. But then after 5 years, I get this longing to improve my life, because in the Sisters of Mary, that's the value that's being taught to us, to continuously improve our life so that we can help our family. So after 5 years in Toyota, I went back to school. So I took up business administration in accountancy. And after graduation, I finished cum laude, by the way, in accountancy. And then after that, I worked for Procter & Gamble Philippines. So now I'm the purchasing manager. I handle different countries. And because of this work also, I was able to be trained abroad. I have been to South America, to Singapore, to China. That's all because of the hard work I am doing, and that's the fruit of what I have learned in the Sisters of Mary. So love for the work that we do, constantly improving ourselves, efficiency, how to deal with your colleagues. And at the same time, as you go higher up in the company ladder, it's important that you have to maintain humility all the time so that you get to work along with your colleagues very well. So number one, it's a daily routine for me to pray for the Sisters of Mary. When I wake up in the morning, I have this morning prayer and I have the Sisters of Mary on my prayer. So number one is the success of the Sisters of Mary, and then the benefactors, that they continue to support the Sisters of Mary, and that Father Al and Jesus protects the sisters and the students and all our loved ones. And aside from that, in my day-to-day life, I make it sure that I also share the value that I have learned in the Sisters of Mary. That's humility, love, sharing your blessings with others. Now I'm also helping my family and my nephews and nieces to go to school, because I want them to learn that sharing the blessing is the greatest thing that maybe I have learned in the Sisters of Mary. Not because I am successful now that I'm going to keep this to myself. So I want to share it to the people around me, and first among my family members.